Hey, it's Tyson. I'm back with another quick episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my last book recommendations for the year. I guess it will be my last book recommendation for the year, and it is Make Your Bed by Admiral William H. McRaven. It is a book that I recommended on the big podcast, but I'm going to talk about it in more depth today. Before I dive in on that book, though, for those of you that have not gotten your hands on it, we've got this really unique roadmap that Jim and I have put together called Maximum Lawyer and Minimum Time. And this is something that we give to guild members for free whenever they join. We give them the entire course. We're going to give you stage 1 of Maximum Lawyer and Minimum Time to our podcast listeners absolutely free. All you have to do is go to or text us at text stage 1 to 314-501-9260. That's text stage 1 to 314-501-9260, and it'll go to you automatically. So check it out. All right, so let's get back to Make Your Bed. And if you're going to read one more book the rest of the year, this is the one to do. It is less than 150 pages. It's a really quick, easy read. It's something that was written by Admiral William H. McRaven. He's a retired U.S. Navy SEAL, and it's a book that he wrote based on a commencement speech that he gave at the University of Texas in 2014. And you might have seen the speech, and if you're not going to read the book, I do recommend that you go and you listen to his speech on YouTube. It went viral. There's millions and millions of views of it. Definitely check it out. I would do both. I watched it and I read the book. It's a really good listen and it's a good read. But what McRaven does is he goes through 10 principles that he learned during his time as a Navy SEAL and during Navy SEAL training that have translated over into his real life and beyond his military career as well. And I'm going to go down some of my favorites. I'm not going to go down the full list. I'd like for you to go read the book and check it out. That way, you can get a little bit more detail, but then also you can help support him, because I don't want to give away everything in the book. I'd like for you to go read it. But the first one is, and it's this is kind of like the title of the book. You might get an idea. This might be the first tip, but it's start your day with a simple task that's completed. And he talks about making your bed. And there's something about how you can take that little small task of just making your bed, and it'll help give you some momentum into the day. Let's say it's not making your bed. Maybe you like to keep your bed unmade, or maybe someone makes your bed for you. I don't know. But start with some other simple task to start the day. Maybe it's working out, but start with something that's simple to give you that momentum. And maybe you have problems working out or doing something early in the morning. Okay, well, try making your bed and see if that'll help give you that momentum. That way you're not tempted to get back into bed, but it'll give you that momentum into the other tasks of the day. The next one I want to talk about, and it's one of my favorite parts of the book. He talks about get over being a sugar cookie. All right. And the whole idea of a sugar cookie, it's this punishment for whenever you do something wrong in the SEALs and you have to get yourself wet and then you have to roll around in the sand. And as you might imagine, that's a very uncomfortable thing that you've got to do. But the point of it is that life's not fair. Sometimes you have to you end up being a sugar cookie, and you got to get over it. Okay. You have to move on from it. Just keep moving. Okay. Things suck sometimes. Just move through it, and eventually you'll be fine. The next one I want to get to is be your very best in your darkest moments. These are the times whenever we should show the most strength. And I want to make sure that there's the whole thing, you should always, do the right thing at all times. I'm not really talking about that here. What I'm talking about is that things are going to happen bad when you're running your law firm or whenever you're an attorney. Things are going to come up, and it's not going to be the best. But that's whenever you should try to draw some strength from that and say, you know what, I'm here because of moments like this, and take strength from that. And that way you can persevere through those moments. Okay. Try to find strength in those moments, and sometimes you have to tell yourself, sometimes you have to lie to yourself, say, hey, I enjoy this. These are the moments I'm made for. Okay. and it's going to help give you some of that strength that you might need. The next one I want to talk about, I've got two more. I love this part of the book. Start singing when you're up to your neck in mud, because he talks about how they were in this cold water, they were up to their necks in mud and water, and people were wanting to quit. People were wanting to go up and ring the bell. And what they did was, and they knew, the instructors knew that, hey, this is the point when people start to break. And what they started to do, they banded together and they all just started to sing together. They all knew that they were there together with each other as a team. And it really helped to motivate them to, people would want to go, no, come get back in this water. Don't you ring that bell. We're going to get through this together. And so sometimes what you have to do is you have to stay optimistic, even in the worst circumstances. And when you're, buried all the way up to your neck, and you just got to start singing, right? You got to start singing, band together, keep moving. And then the last one is, don't ever ring that bell. I understand that running a law firm is really difficult. I completely get it. I run a law firm. I know how it works. And not everything's, rosy and you're making cash every day. Sometimes it can get really, really tough, but don't ever ring the bell. Okay. In Navy SEAL training, ring that bell means you're quitting. Okay. What you have to do though is you have to keep persisting. Real life, we have our own bells that we ring, right? And sometimes people say, "Oh, I'm not cut out for this. I can't run my own law firm. I need to go work for someone." That's not true. Don't ring that bell. Learn the tools you need. Keep going through the training. Keep getting all the knowledge you can, and you can persevere through it. So there's a couple of reasons why I'm recommending this book. One is it's an awesome read. It's really something you're going to get something out of. But the other thing is that give it to your team. So as you begin to grow, and some of you may already have decent sized firms, give it to your team. We did this as part of our book club, and everyone loved it. Everyone got something out of it. They really enjoyed it. It's a super short read. It's simple. Buy the book for everybody and watch them grow and watch how much they're going to love it too. So part of it's for you, part of it's for your team as well. All right. As a reminder, I'm going to wrap things up. As a reminder, though, if you have something you want me to cover on the Saturday show, shoot me a text and I'll try to cover it if I can. It's we've got a lot of topics that we've gotten from people. If you've got one that's really good and it's relevant and timely, I'll definitely get to it when I can. Text me at 314-501-9260, 314-501-9260. Just lots of great suggestions every single week. But until next week, remember that consistent action is the blueprint that turns your goals into reality. Take care. See you, buddy.